Someone has described a rut as a grave with both ends kicked out. It's easy for us to get into patterns and behaviors in our lives of which we just get stuck. One of the things that happens at New Year's Eve or New Year's Day is resolutions. We make resolutions where we basically are jolted into reality that, hey, there's some things that I really want different in my life. And seems like a great opportunity to clean the slate and start over in some areas. Well, the same could be said about this current crisis that we're going through. Is there a lesson for us to learn? You see, it is as if God has cleared the slate and all the distractions and all the high places has been taken away so that we're given more opportunity to really seek intimately our walk with God. If we're not careful, though, at the end of this crisis, we might go back to business as usual. And it's going to be extremely important that we not only evaluate our life in the present, but make the necessary changes to say, listen, I'm not going to be the same, and I really do want to so structure and organize my life that I'll never be the same. You see, sometimes those kind of patterns can happen in our lives, or ruts of which we are stuck in certain behavioral patterns of which we never get out of. I heard once of a book that was written that had 5 chapters. It went something like this. I walk down the street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I fall in. I'm lost. I'm helpless. It isn't my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. Chapter 2. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I pretend I don't see it. I fall in again. I can't believe I'm in the same place, but it isn't my fault. It still takes me a long time to get out. Chapter 3. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I see it is there. I still fall in. It's a habit. My eyes are open. I know where I am. It is my fault. I get out immediately. Chapter 4. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I walk around it. Chapter 5. I walk down another street. You see, in our life, we have to not just evaluate and see where there's a problem, if it especially deals with our spiritual walk with God, but we have to be willing to make the necessary adjustments. And if there's some things we need to shut down, if there's some things that we need to begin practicing in our life, now's the time to make those adjustments. And then to decide that we're not going to be the same person that we have been in the past. It's been said in this way, I don't know what I want sometimes, but I know that I want to know what I want. I know that once I know what I want, I will be able to get it. Of course, I may not want what I get when I get it, but at least I'll know I don't want that. Then I can move on to something else I don't know if I want, and that is called progress. Now listen. This is no guessing game. You and I, as the people of God, we know what is desperately needed in our life. Without God, we are empty and we are miserable. Without truth, we wander in a wilderness. Jesus Christ has given to us his love, his salvation, his redemption, and we must never take it for granted. He's the way, the truth, and the life, and no matter how ugly it may get out there, we can have an inward confidence of knowing who we are in Christ. Can I challenge you that after this crisis is over, we're not going to go down the same street and we're not going to play the guessing game searching for what we think might be out there, but could we live our life with that certainty and that confidence of who we are in Christ, that we are overcomers, that we are victorious, and we are more than conquerors through Jesus Christ? I want to challenge you. May you begin now to make the adjustments so that on tomorrow we have established a pattern of life that will help us to become consistent followers of Jesus Christ. Hey, may the Lord bless you greatly.